hi folks, and welcome to our special episode of the very creatively titled Almost Bett Show. And you won't be surprised to see my guest to kick things off for our discussion, the Bett Portfolio Director, Louisa Hunter. Hi, Louisa.
Hi, Al. Very excited to be here.
It's seems like we've been talking about Bett and planning and getting excited about it for months, and now suddenly it's just around the corner. So it's great to kind of finally get to that point.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens. It's really scary, but no, we have very little time left before Bett. So yeah, encouraging everyone to get those registrations in so that you can really make the best out of the show this year, back in January in the cold, cold weather.
It's still a good time for it, even if it's cold. It's lovely and warm inside, isn't it? That's the key to always remember.
That's right, and it's just such a better time of year to get together.
Oh, I see what you did there. Better. I like it. We can get the name in all sorts of different ways, but yeah, I agree. It is a better time, whether it's trademarked or not. It's definitely a good time to be having the show. So really looking forward to it. What we decided to do this year, just as a bit of a kind of sneak peek, I suppose, is after our chat, we've got some great interviews with some speakers who are all going to be at Bett, sharing their experiences and best practice. Some of in fact, actually, all of them are people, I'm sure, are names that people will recognise. We've got people like Martin Bailey, who's heavily involved with Bett and a great practitioner when it comes to effective use of EdTech, particularly in primary learning. Sarah Horrocks, a digital learning consultant. Carla Aerts, who's always popping up on my feed when it comes to future thinking of technology and AI and other topics. I mean, the list goes on. Rebecca Lawton, Tal Redler, all sorts of different bits that we're going to be able to share, and then hopefully we'll give you some food for thought to then take to Bett and go and listen to them for the full sessions. But if someone's not familiar with what to expect for Bett 2024, what would be your kind of key things that you would want to put on people's radar, Louisa?
Well, Bett this year it's going to be better than ever, and it's all because of those incredible conversations that are happening at Bett. We're really focused on how to help everyone that attends this grand, massive international show that happens every year to have like better connections, better collaboration, better conversations. So that's what we're working really hard on. So as I said, we're back 24th to the 26th of January. The mission for Bett is to equip education institutions and governments with the tools that they need to really be better buyers and users of technology, so that they can ultimately have a greater impact on the lives of their teachers and learners. So we've got some really exciting events and tools that we've launched this year to help that happen. Connect at Bett is a tool that helps connect the right people from institutions with the right solution providers, and it really helps solution providers find the right people with institutions that will unlock the power of their technology. So that's a really exciting tool to help educators navigate what is a very large and exciting show. And we've also launched Table Talks, which we are particularly excited about because we know what happens when peers get together to talk about important topics, whether they're strategic, operational, pedagogical issues that they're facing in their institutions. We're getting them together on shared topics of interest so that they can learn from each other. It's a sponsor-free zone, so they can really kind of get under the skin of what's going on and share real learnings. So we're really excited about Table Talks, and to be able to participate in that, you do need to register for Bett by the 13th of December, which is coming up ridiculously soon. And then we've also got Tech User Labs, which is again about helping educators really make the most out of the institution's tech that they've already purchased and are using, but perhaps aren't making the most out of. And then one final program is our Education Leadership Program, which is running on the Tuesday of Bett in partnership with ISTE and Smart Technologies to really, again, help educators figure out what are the questions they should be asking of all the exhibitors at Bett. What are the things that they need to be thinking about to really optimize their digital strategies? So just a few things going on there.
There is lots, isn't there? I mean, I love the collaborative bits, and I do think spending a lot of my time working with MATs around the country, supporting on their digital journey, often that connection with peers who are on a similar stage, or hopefully a later stage on a similar journey, and just sharing those ideas around the table, I think will be, I hope, very powerful for lots of the visitors coming down to Bett. And I had the pleasure, I don't think she'll mind me sharing, chatting with Laurie Forcier yesterday about the, as I would call it, Bett Day Zero, that make sure you get the most out of it. And so, so if you're listening, hopefully I might see you there as well, because there's some great experience being shared on that one there as well. So lots to look forward to, and a massive agenda of sessions and professional development throughout the 3 days of Bett as well, isn't there, Louisa?
There is. I mean, I'm always excited about Bett, but this year I'm particularly excited because we've really changed the game again with our content program, and it is much more reflective of the community within which we work. We've got more than 50% of our speakers are women. We've got so many more kids contributing to the sessions, and of course we've got some really exciting headliners. Louis Theroux is going to be interviewing a mystery guest, who will announce soon, and that is a really kind of exclusive session that you really can't see anywhere else. So I know that will be absolutely packed out.
That sounds really exciting. Louis Theroux is always good value, so that's definitely, everyone will be thinking, who's that going to be chatting with and what's that about? So that's great, and it's always nice to kick off the event when you see that packed theatre and that kind of motivation and enthusiasm to go and discover for the next 3 days. So exactly. Yeah, really looking forward to that.
Great. And what about you, Al? What are your plans at Bett this year?
Well, it's a funny one for me at Bett because I think officially I'm wearing 4 hats this year, so that's quite manageable, isn't it? So one of my hats, obviously, is my role as CEO at NetSupport, and NetSupport are proud exhibitors at Bett and have been for 20 plus years, goodness knows how many. So as always, we have a big space at Bett where it's a mixture between the new technologies that we've been co-producing in education to support probably the most important bits, keeping children safe online, helping navigate and support learners in the classroom, managing their devices, and also the tools for techies to support their devices across the whole ecosystem. And we know there's been a lot of new technology arrive in schools in the last few years, but not always is it available when you need it or effectively managed. So we provide all the tools for that. I'm wearing my Chair of a Multi-Academy Trust hat, so I'm always interested in meeting people that either provide the technology we currently use in our MAT, but also looking about how we can better leverage the data we've got within our MAT or empower our teachers to be more effective. I'm looking at things that help save time and improve communication, those kind of things that really drill down, as well as is a very, prevalent conversation right now, is looking at when it's curriculum technology about the evidence and pedagogy behind it, making sure that we're making the right solutions. I'm also chair of the BESA EdTech group, and these are also a large part of the Bett experience, and they'll have their stand there. And so on a personal and I guess on a professional level, I really like to be getting involved with all of the amazing UK EdTech vendors, supporting them, getting conversations with them and finding out more. And around that, we do have an insights area on the NetSupport stand. So we're going to be interviewing educators, EdTech innovators, capturing snapshots of best practice ideas that we'll then signpost. And that's another way of just making sure that we've kind of got the best kind of picture. And then I suppose the last bit is, like many, I'm also got the pleasure of actually speaking at Bett this year, which is something that I'm really kind of looking forward to doing. And I'm going to be chairing a panel, which you won't be shocked to hear, Louisa, is about how we can build a robust digital strategy to grow in our multi-school ecosystems, whether we're international schools, multi-academy trusts, or clusters of schools. And I've got some great people to chew the fat over and pick from the experience. So a few names that I know will be familiar to many listening. Dr. Neelam Palmer, who is a great resource, loads and loads of experience. Laura Knight, who, again, fantastic experience. down from Berkhamsted, and someone who I've listened to a few times recently talking about AI and integration into their schools. So a great one. And then we've also got, and I have to just make sure the correct school district because it's outside of my normal remit, Janice Ross, who's a high school superintendent from New York City Public Schools, one of the biggest public school systems in the US, who's also going to be sharing her experiences. So I think my challenge is going to be, how can I actually get all the questions I really want to ask and discuss squeezed into that session? But that's a really, really good one that hopefully people will join on the Thursday. But there are something to listen and get involved with every day at every point. So I'm really excited. I'm going to be definitely in learning mode.
I mean, we are so grateful for you taking any time out of your incredibly busy schedule to share your wisdom and bring that kind of powerhouse of speakers together and ask some really great questions. So thank you. I think it sounds like you're going to fit in about 10 days in 3, to be honest.
I hope so. But that, you know what, that is the better experience. Get there, make sure you've got a purpose, and maximize the time you can connecting with people. So it's going to be great. Absolutely. I suggest at this point, Louisa, we hand over to the speakers that we've been interviewing who are going to be at Bett, so that everyone can get a sense of what they're going to be talking about and start penciling in their program of where they're going to be on each day at the Bett show.
Can't wait to see you there.
Hi everyone, I'm Carla Aerts. I will be part of the AI Will Change Everything panel with Donald Clark. And AI will definitely change everything. So we are looking at AI in higher education. And what we are not looking at is how students cheat using AI. We're definitely not looking at that. If that's what you're looking for, you'll be disappointed. What we are curious about is finding out more and exploring how AI can be integrated in higher education and how that will change higher education. We know that with AI, the nature of knowledge is going to change profoundly. Knowledge is one of the foundation stones of the higher ed institution. It's all about knowledge and how we research it and how we build it and how we acquire it. Now, AI is going to change that. We'll probably talk a bit about that. Then to change the higher education institution, we can't just rely on the existing models of tuition, of pedagogy, of student engagement, of tutoring, and also the role of the teachers in that model. So again, another profound change that we will be exploring. So AI revolution, definitely. AI student engagement, definitely. AI tuition, most certainly. AI and knowledge, absolutely. AI and ethics, there are plenty of other sessions around that will discover this and we'll go into depth on those. So we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about this, but a lot of other goodies. So where and when? Ahead Auditorium, 24th of January at 10:30, and we will see you there. Looking forward to it. Thanks.
Hi everybody, my name is Louisa Rose and I'm the CEO of a youth mental health charity called Beyond. I'm really excited to be attending Bett this year and sitting on their panel, Emotionally Based School Avoidance. We're looking at the causes, the approaches and the solutions. We're really going to be hearing from our panelists about their experiences day to day, how emotionally based school avoidance impacts not just the child themselves, but also the wider school community. The Children's Commissioner in 2022 found that 1 in 4 children are persistently absent. Now, of course, we don't know the nature of all of those absences, but we'll be looking at what we think some of the causes might be and what we can do to support young people better. Come and join us. We will be speaking on Wednesday, the 24th of January, 2:30 until 3 o'clock in the Teaching and Learning Theatre. So we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Martin Bailey. I'm going to be taking part in this session at the Bett Show in January. And this session shares examples of how creative digital tools can support young people's learning across the curriculum. The session will explore the value of creativity in learning and how teachers can enable it in the classroom by leveraging the full potential of digital technology. This is going to be a joint session for colleagues from both the primary and the secondary sector. And I'm delighted to be joined by Rachel Urquhart from Parliament Hill Secondary School in London. Rachel is someone who is head of digital strategy. She's talked a lot about the gap between the computing curriculum and the use of digital tools. So engagement using digital tools across the curriculum is a big focus for both of us. In terms of what attendees will get from the session, well, they're going to have the opportunity to consider how digital creativity can be supported across curriculum subject areas, how young people can use and build on their informal digital learning experiences at home, and how digital making can affect opportunities for employment. There's going to be loads of quick wins, loads of instant takeaways, loads of free resources that teachers from any sector will be immediately able to introduce into their establishments. I hope this is a session that you are interested in attending. It's going to be on the first day of Bett, Wednesday. It will be taking place in the Teaching and Learning Theatre from 4 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. So it'll be a wonderful opportunity for you to bring your first day at Bett to an exciting close. Hope to see you there.
My name is Sarah Horrocks, and I'm going to be delivering a session together with my colleagues Peter Lillington and Katie Turner. And we were all involved in a European project with schools in Denmark, in Sweden, in Finland, in the Netherlands and the UK. And we're going to be drawing on that project and also kind of coming right up to date. What we were looking at in that project was blended learning pedagogy and approaches to using digital technologies in a post-pandemic context. We were looking at things like when and where learning happens, whether it's a digital space or a physical space, and we were looking at the kind of personalisation and path that students take. And Katie, who is a London teacher, she's going to be really going into depth talking about the kind of action research case study approach that we took with the teachers. And she's going to be describing what she did in her classroom and some of the ideas she got from the Danish teachers for her children to be working in a much more independent way in different parts of the school and using a digital portfolio. So we're going to be talking about things like learning design and careful planned use of digital tools and platforms. And we're going to bring this right up to date in terms of thinking of AI and non-AI as one of the blends in blended learning pedagogy. So we really hope that attendees will go away with some good kind of theoretical underpinning, as well as some great practical examples from real classrooms, primary classrooms and secondary classrooms across North European countries. So we hope that you will be able to join us, and we're going to be giving our talk on the Wednesday, the 24th of January at 11:15, and we're going to be in the Teaching and Learning Theatre at Bett. So please do come and join us and hear our story about blended learning in different countries in Europe. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Diane Beddingfield and I'm the IT Director at Outcomes First Group. In terms of what you'll get from the session that we're taking to Bett in January, we're a special education business. We've got about over 60 special schools around the country. And the key thing for us is that we want the children that we support to have every opportunity to get the best around the curriculum and the different tools to deliver the curriculum needs that they're looking for. We obviously do the traditional stuff, but we're very much wanting to look at the more innovative technologies. So immersion rooms, autistic robots. wearable technology, anything that will inspire and motivate the children that we support to embrace their education. Not just their education, we're also using those tools to support them in the life skills that they need to develop. You know, what's going to happen when they go to the dentist? What do they need to do when they need to get on a train? You know, more importantly, what they need to do if they want to go through airport security and go on that trip of a lifetime. We use the tools available to us to build those skills with our children. From an IT perspective, I'm not a teacher, but what I do want to do is make sure that everything that we do with our children, the data is kept safe and secure. We obviously need to capture their evidence for learning, if you like, and get that curriculum information back into the systems. So data security is also a fundamental thing for us. If you can help us or you want to hear more about it, our session is at 10:30 on the 25th of January in the Teaching and Learning Centre.
Hi, my name's Amy Hollier. I'm the Director of Production at King's Digital at King's College London, and I'm here to tell you about the session that I'll be delivering at the Bett Show. So my session is called Reimagining Assessment, the Future of Measuring Student Achievement. And the purpose of the session is really to give an insight to others into how people are approaching assessment to be more authentic. With the dawn of artificial intelligence, we can no longer really rely on traditional methods of assessment. So this is all about sharing best practice of what others are doing around assessment, looking at things like project-based learning, scenario-based learning, and how to maximize the opportunity that this new emerging technology really brings to us. So from this session, you'll get tips on how to apply them in your own setting and ways to innovate with assessment, utilizing the emerging technology that is coming to us at the moment. My session is on Friday, the 26th of January at 10 to 3, and it will be in the Teaching and Learning Theatre.
My name is Tal Redler, and I'm the head of GESAwards. It's a short for the Global EdTech Startup Awards, and we're having the finals event at Bett. So the GESAwards is a joint venture, and in the show, you will see the best EdTech startups of 2023. We unveil EdTech talents from all corners of the world through a thorough selection of the best ones. The selection is done beforehand by local EdTech leaders, and all the winners get to London and get on stage and showcase their solutions. GESAwards is the only global joint venture of EdTech, bringing together most of EdTech organizations from all over the world: Oceania, Asia, Africa, Europe, and the Americas. There is a very broad spectrum of subjects. We have amazing solutions for learners from kindergarten age through academia, workforce, and lifelong learning. And we see solutions that are in their early stages and some that already have many users and become key players in the market. And we look for common things, even though it's a very diverse group. The one that address a clear pain point that is relevant for the market with an innovative pedagogic approach that offer relevant user experience and show potential for growth and a sustainable business model. So we have all of them on stage. It's an amazing group of startups, and we invite everyone to come and watch them. Attendees will enjoy a show of the most innovative solutions that are out there and will get the chance to vote for their chosen startup. And the GESAwards Finals event will take place at the Bett Arena on Thursday, January 25th at 4:30 p.m. And you're welcome to join.
Hi, I'm Bethan Ware. I'm Key Stage 2 leader and assessment and curriculum lead in Pontyclun Primary School in South Wales. I'm also part of the Bett Advisory Board. So my role on the advisory board, along with lots of different board members with different specialities, is that I'm a primary educator. So my role is to make sure that Bett take into consideration everything that primary educators would be looking for in Bett, making sure that they're catering for those people perhaps that are coming for the first time from a primary background, and particularly then from Wales, where we have the DCF framework. So our technology and our ways that we use it across the curriculum is quite important. So making sure that we're catering for that too. The thing that I'm looking most forward to for Bett this year is the free CPD all under one roof. It's absolutely huge. Excel is huge. You have lots of stalls, lots of talks. I'm really looking forward to going to see certain ones that I've ticked off and I've made sure that I know I'm going to be there for. And another reason is just to go around the stalls, really, try out the EdTech, speak to the companies, and just have that sort of practical hands-on look at the companies and look at the products instead of just sort of Googling them and thinking whether it's okay for me as a school. I think as well, the table talks this year really exciting. So they're sort of peer discussions for 45 minutes with different chats that you can have with other people that have the same interests as you. So that's quite exciting. I've signed up. I'm going to be signing up to one of those. I think you can do that between the 8th and 12th of January. My top tips I'd give to visitors as well is, firstly, just get your ticket if you haven't already. Secondly, aim to get there really early. Obviously, you've got a lot of people, thousands of people coming through the doors. So make sure you can get there as early as possible, really, and plan out your days. So if you go onto the Bett website, it has a timetable of all the talks, all the different events that are going on, and the timings there. So just jot down the ones that you really, really want to go to, and you can sort of plan out your days from there. It is really important. Some can't be booked until the 8th of January. So make sure that you plan all out, get yourself booked in, and see you there.
Thank you so much to all of the amazing speakers. We cannot wait to continue the conversation at Bett. It's going to be bigger and better than ever. Better collaboration, better conversation, better connections. See you on the 24th to the 26th of January.
And I guess in the same tone, I should say, you better be there. See you there.